The highlights from the Group B encounter between Kenya a game at the top level. Kenya, as said, as we see the Ben Sultan, team Dendani as well. The side captained by Waidi Isawi, especially for Sierra Leone yesterday. Initially their match winner ruled out, but overturned, and it came in, and now they are top of the pile in Group A. As for Kenya, 3 changes made by coach Salim Babu coming into the side. In goal, a change in goal, Wai Clifford Oduor, Joseph Bate and Javan Omondi also coming into the side. Well, we're seeing the Kenya lineup. That is the Tunisian coach Ben Sultan. And keep your eye on Aldrin Kibet wearing number 10 for Kenya, 18 years of age and pursuing his career in Spain. And Tunisia, both sides having lost their opening game in the tournament. Tunisia beaten by Nigeria, Kenya 3-2 by Morocco. Both teams fully aware the victory is needed if they are to have hopes of making it through to the knockout phase. Fares Busnina it was who had the first chance of a first period with limited opportunities, and he forced a really good save from Wai Clifford Oduor, who had come into the side for Kenya today. Then at the other end, Kevin Wangaya. What an effort that was. Requiring some work by the Tunisian goalkeeper Thomas Zouaghi. And then Hassan Beja managed to get to the byline, finding his way past Nassim El Abrougi and setting it up to Lawrence Ruma Okoth, who just moments after having had to have prolonged treatment on a head wound, then was heady with delight as he gave the Rising Stars the lead. His second goal of the tournament. Delight in the stands. And at that point, Kenya were good value for their advantage. And then the key moment for Tunisia in the first half. Ngugi making amends by putting a ball in that caused real problem for Kenya at the back. Instantly, the Tunisian bench were up, claiming handball against Baron Ochieng, and the referee from Leipzig. And Tunisia, who found goals hard to come by in this tournament in recent games, made no mistake. Busnina this time finding the back of the net. The North Africans' first goal of the mark, up and running at last after 3 halves of football. Free kick Tunisia's way. Taking it early and on the floor instead of putting it into the area. Dendani, this is a good run from him to the byline. He goes, and Tunisia can't miss. And Tunisia, who were trailing for much of the game, have finally scored to go ahead. Kenyan resistance broken. And the North Africans celebrate calamity at the back. Well, he hasn't been on the field for very long. Well, find he's been getting a yellow card as well. But Omar Ben Ali, after good work down this left-hand side from Dendani, on hand to profit, and he couldn't miss from there. What's happening here? He's had such a good game, the Kenyan goalkeeper, but he must have been put off by his skipper coming in. And they have been patient, and they have been patient. And Tunisia now lead just moments after Ben Ali powered a header over Dandani just kept going. Put it into the middle, and it couldn't have fallen any kinder for Ben Ali. He went close against Nigeria in the dying moments. He was not going to be missing that. Being removed for the field, but clearly not. Just a clip there, as you can see, by Emilio. Standing leg, absolutely swiped away from Ayari. The first Kenyan to go into the notebook is the substitute. Ayari swings this in, headed away. Morocco can't dispossess Debali. Does well to keep that alive before being the effects of that. Debali did really well here just to keep this alive. He then got caught by a pretty information of the yellow card for Mansour. That's going to cause some problems, and it has indeed, and it surely has clinched the victory as well. Well, it was always drifting away from Oduor, and Debali has surely sealed a much-needed. Cannot watch. You can see from the moment it left Debali's boot that it was going very, very close to goal, and somewhere that was out of reach of the Kenyan goalkeeper. Full response from the rising stars since Ben Ali gave Tunisia the lead. He was surely meaning to cross it, as we know, and instead it just sailed over the head and the arm of Clifford Oduor. And Tunisia have somehow found their goal-scoring boots. I wouldn't necessarily say form. One from the penalty spot, one from an error, and one from an attempted cross, but nonetheless they have 3 goals, and this can only give them confidence. And it is going to give them everything to play for. Lawrence. All eyes on the referee, Emmanuel Mensah of Liberia, who puts his whistle to his lips to signify the end of a game that Tunisia have won to move joint top of Group B with Nigeria and Morocco. But for how long, of course, is the question with those 2 sides